It's all too common and almost natural to want to set goals in a way where you're dependent on external factors. Meaning we want to see a result like six-pack abs or seven-figure revenue or somebody falling in love with us. When in all reality, pretty much anything you want is created through an input, meaning you take certain action and probably you have to do stuff over and over and over again, get better and better at a certain skill, and then you'll get closer and closer to the yield you're looking for. But instead of focusing on what we actually need to do to get to where we want to go, we just think about how badly we want the thing. And by virtue of that action, we put it on a pedestal. And now it seems like it's further away, it's far-fetched, it's not really in our reality anymore. Anyone can pretty much commit to running for 10 minutes a day or meditating for 10 minutes a day or working on their business for 30 minutes every morning before they go to their job if they want to start something new and build true financial freedom and independence. Anything you want to learn or achieve or get good at is all within reach, but it's based on taking daily action and being consistent on the inputs. It doesn't really matter how much you think about the result, and actually, a lot of the time, it can be a distraction because you get caught up really focusing on the wrong thing. You want the output so badly that you forget to just stay consistent and follow through with the input itself. So start setting goals the right way. Focus on some daily bare minimums. Have a target that's within your control. Don't set the target as the outcome. Set it as what you're going to do, the effort you're going to exert and put in. And that's what we need to put our attention into. Because it's in that realm where we start figuring out the nitty-gritty. We get the polish, we really tone and hone our ability. We start to get better and better at what we're doing, and as a result, the results come easier. If making $1 million sounds like something crazy that's really far away and difficult, then that means you haven't really worked on the skills that will get you there. Because if you did, then it wouldn't feel unnatural. It wouldn't feel like you're winning the lottery. It would just kind of feel like, yeah, of course. Of course you're going to be in great shape if you work out regularly and eat well. Everybody knows that, right? But then we want to be in great shape without doing the input. And if we just focus on the input, we can fall in love with the process and actually start to enjoy the journey towards the goal instead of being so obsessed with the end result. And I'll tell you what the most amazing part of all of this is. Your happiness levels. They increase drastically. It completely transforms the way that your dopamine levels are regulated. Instead of anticipating a reward and an end result all the time, you're just enjoying your way there. And you almost forget about where you're going. I mean, you have it in the back of your head. And when you get there, you're like, yeah, that was cool, I guess. I'm happy I'm here, but now I want to get even better. You see, it's really important to continuously remind yourself of the fact that really the growth in life that you experience, the progress, is what makes you feel engaged and happy. It's not once you're at an end result or once you've hit your goal, then you'll be happy. That's a misconception, and we buy into it because we're conditioned to, right? Everybody tells us that. But if you break out of that old mentality and you take a different perspective, you start to realize that probably the moments where you are at your happiest is when you are doing your best. When you're putting in your best effort, when you're working really hard towards something that you care about and you're passionate about, when you're helping someone that you care about deeply, that's when you feel alive and truly engaged with what you're doing. And so let's make more moments like that instead of moments where we sit there and feel bad because we don't have the number that we want in our bank account, or we don't have the number that we want on the scale when we step on it. It's not really very helpful at all to get caught up in that. It's nice to have some kind of direction and a target for sure to get clarity, but beyond that, it's really important to anchor yourself and really focus yourself deep into the work. If you don't sow the seeds, you don't get to reap the reward. You don't get the yield. It's reserved for people who are willing to be patient, to be diligent, to continuously work on their inputs instead of getting obsessed with what they want at the end. Focus your attention. get clarity on exactly what you need to do to get to where you want to be. And start to ask yourself, can I enjoy this process? Can I have fun on the way? This is a really high quality question because it challenges you to find ways to have fun while you're headed to where you're headed. Have you ever gone on a road trip or maybe traveled really far and it just felt like it took forever because you were bored and disengaged and you just couldn't wait to finally get to your destination? Time goes so slowly, it feels like forever. Maybe you've sat in a class and you just wait and wait and wait and it feels like that bell never rings or the clock never hits, at the end. And so when you really have that epiphany and you realize that waiting and being impatient just makes the journey worse, then you start to question, why even feel that way? Do I have to feel that way? Yeah, it might be your natural response, but we can rewire that. So make a decision to rewire it. Start to enjoy the journey and watch how time flies by and the results that you're looking for come to you almost, I won't say effortlessly because you're still working hard, of course, but with a lot less strain and with a lot less tension, and you get to enjoy yourself more. And all of a sudden, life just feels a lot brighter. The colors are a little bit more vivid and you feel more alive. When you look at somebody and they just have that spark in their eye, it's like they are really here, present, enjoying their life, taking it all in instead of just being caught up in their head, kind of disengaged autopilot, not really with it. It's a big contrast. Which way do you want to live your life? Because either way, no matter what, the destination is kind of the same for all of us. We're going to run out of time. And so if that's the case, let's optimize. Let's make the most out of what we have and really cherish this gift of life. To truly be at our best, it requires us to enjoy what's in front of us today. And if you want to level up even more, if you want somebody that's worked with over 800 clients to hold you accountable, to perform at your very best, to get clarity on all your goals and your targets and make sure that you're hitting them week over week, then I invite you to jump over to erafael.com, link is in the description. Over there you can book a one-on-one call with me directly. We'll talk, see if we're a good fit, and if so, I could be coaching you every week, supporting you, helping you reach your goals. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.